I talked to Jalen Hyatt today a little bit too. I just think that he's a guy that's been untapped in terms of what he knows he's capable of. And so it's just been a really good process. And there are many others, Wan'Dale Robinson, he's like a running back. Every time he touches the ball, it's hard to tackle. His ability to make people miss, his catch, his ability to get away from guys, and his escapability. I've played with some guys like that before, and there's many others along the way. Obviously, the backs and what they're able to do. They're so young and talented, but and then the guys up front. It always starts with the guys up front and what they're capable of. And seeing a guy like Andrew Thomas in the weight room, doing squats and doing everything he was doing the other day, and just being around him a little bit. Guys like GBR, and just talking to different guys along the way. It's just been a really smooth process that's given me a lot of confidence. Obviously, this fan base, talking to Mr. Morrow himself and them, and just the whole staff, and it's been really special. Yeah, I expect to be a starter and come in here and be ready to rock and roll every day. I think to be able to lead. I think this team's really looking for somebody to lead them in every way in terms of the process. In the off season, during the season, our habits and our thought process, and how we create a great winning culture, and how do we continue to establish that, and to really build on the things that we do well and the things that we continue to need to do. And so I think the big part for me is just try to. This might be my 14th year to be able to lead an amazing group of men that really have big hopes and goals and dreams and desires, and we all share the same goal. And so I think that's the best part about it, is I get to be around a lot of extremely talented guys. Yeah, I think Daboll is one of the most competitive guys. You get to see it, in terms of his play calling over the years. He's coached some amazing guys like Josh Allen, guys like Tua, guys like Jalen Hurts in college and stuff, and just some other places that he's been. There's been some familiar people that I know that he knows as well, and that he's close with. And so just we've been able to bond on that, and just the experience of loving the game. This guy I think he's won 5 Super Bowls, I believe it is, with, being at the Patriots. He's won a national championship. He's been around greatness. He knows what it looks like. He knows what it sounds like. This guy's been a coach of the year. That wasn't that long ago, a couple of years ago. And so, there's a standard that he knows, what that looks like, especially offensively, and how he sees the game. And I really love that part about him and what he brings to the table. And, the rest of the staff as well. I got to spend some great time with guys like Kafka and Shea Tierney, who I've known for years, all the way back from when I was at NC State, and I was 18 years old. And just, but what I really like about Dave's is just his mentality, his attack mentality. I have a lot of respect for this organization. Just walking this building down this hallway, Mike, and just being here. And, I got here in this, Ed Triggs, and this is one of the first guys I sat with. And, first day I got here on my visit, and sitting here and having breakfast with the guys and different people here, and meeting the strength staff and training staff and everybody along the way, the equipment staff. It's a special place, but a lot of the memories, I think, has brought me here, in a great way too, as well as the players and the coaching staff. But I think a lot of the memories, because I've walked this hallway when we won the Super Bowl. I remember being in the quarterback room, and it was the 2 nights before, and my old quarterback coach, Coach Carl Smith, people call him Tater. He said, "Man, it's just ball, baby, just be you 3." And so I just remember that, and being in that room, and some of the greats, obviously Eli Manning being here in that same room years before, and just a lot of those things. And just there's been a lot of great players on this field, and just it's a special place. I think obviously for our family, we're excited to be here just because it's the New York Giants. It's a great organization, and they surround you with so much love and care, and rooting for you to be your best. Your first thing is you always handle yourself first. You always get yourself prepared at the highest level. You control what you can control. And part of that is doing everything I can to be my best every day. And then from there, from leading in that sense, everybody else grows with you from that. They learn from you. They see it. They see how you work. They see your practice habits. They see your mental habits and how you go about it, your approach every day. And so, I'm excited about the opportunity to continue to lead, not just the quarterback room, but really the locker room in every way, and in my approach, and just what that looks like. Yeah, I think first of all, I watch the talent and the guys that make plays. I think first of all, it's a huge thing. I think second of all is, I think Daboll's a tremendous football coach. It's funny how people forget sometimes how great a person or coach a person is over some tough times. And I think the guy just won a coach of the year just not too long ago. I think that I think sometimes I love the underdog mentality, too, as well. I think that's kind of been my approach every day of my life. I don't know, maybe being 5'11", I don't know what it is, but a lot of people tell you can't do something. And I love challenges. I love adversity. I love all that stuff. And and I think the best part is trying to bring us out into the other side of winning and what that looks like. And so, this is a good football team that I got to play last year. In a great battle, and just a lot of great football players on the field.